All right. It is a beautiful sunny day in the town of Ludus in Lusor. Where do we find each of you? What would your character be doing on a typical nice sunny Saturday?
Saturday would be Vex's day off, I think. She would be in the marketplace going through what items she'll need to buy for the next working week. Like she might have run out of arrows already. She might have lost. Yeah. Get her bow restrung, her short sword resharpened. Just the basic nitty gritty of an adventurer's life, just getting everything sorted for the next day.
Cool.
I like to think
Getting
Akeel would be.
getting clothes repaired.
Yes.
Yeah, she got
I like to
acided
think
last time.
Akeel will be perched up in some high church tower or something, kind of half watching over, being a bit of a vigilante, and then half probably digging into a book.
Cool.
You'll be able to find Crystal out in the farmland surrounding the village, helping out some farmers with preparing for the market, big Sunday market, and of course, always acting the champion for the cause of the joining of Fantasy Scotland and actual Scotland to just be Scotland.
Of course. Would Akeel and Crystal like to give me perception checks?
Oh, nat 20.
Oh.
And that came through. Cool.
Cool. And for Crystal?
Apologies, Crystal being out of town. I thought that did not include her. But perception
Yes, please.
should be flat. Go.
Cool.
That's slightly more helpful.
Nice. Okay, this is interesting. Nice. All right. Both of you will notice one of the hills outside of Ludus, sort of on the way to Mount Custis. It's slightly closer to town than you remember it being. Also, what is Akeel's least favorite food?
Least favorite food. Well, he is a bird. Do birds eat vegetables? I'm
Some?
gonna go with broccoli because I feel like in the desert they don't have a lot of that, and being a bird, he doesn't probably eat too much. He's an eagle, so he's a bird of prey, right? Go
Yeah.
for broccoli.
Nice. Your mouth just as you notice this mountain is a bit closer to town. You just get the taste of broccoli in your mouth, just randomly out of nowhere. Crystal, as you're walking, and you notice this, like as you're out in the farmlands, you sort of think that hill's a bit bigger than it used to be. You find there's now just a pebble in your shoe.
How irritating.
Is this the big mountain, Mount Custos?
No, just one of like the smaller hills.
Okay.
Crystal would sing out in her mind to Angus, her friend the Griffin, because I think it might be worth heading back to town. And as she waits, she'll get the pebble out of her shoe, give it a suspicious look before clambering on Angus's back and flying their way back to town to
Cool.
see if anyone else has noticed this.
Is anything else out of place? For example,
Um,
is the forest further away or closer, or just
no,
that
the
one?
forest is where it has always been. The rest of the mountains are where they've always been. The town, the river, everything else is seemingly ticking along just fine. It's just one of the hills is like probably about 100 meters closer to town than it used to be.
Okay. Akeel's going to fly over to this hill.
Yep.
And kind of stay hovering above it, but see what's wrong with it to begin with.
Give me a nature.
Oh, -1. Not great.
It's a hill.
Cool.
It's
Is it still staying still?
yeah, it's got some grass growing on it. There's like a small tree attached to it.
Okay, Akeel's going to land on this hill and try and see if he can find anything wrong with it. I guess maybe is what
Yep.
I just did. But
Cool. You give me an investigation. It's made of dirt and rocks,
okay.
as hills usually are.
He's going to lie under the tree and open his book again and see if and just wait here.
All right. We shall find out what happens to Akeel. Crystal, you riding Angus, find your way back into town. I would say, Lady Vex, you see Crystal flying in on Angus. You can take this however you choose to.
I think Lady Vix would finish paying for her items. Find a safe place for Angus to land and wave her down.
Crystal will, seeing you waving, will certainly circle and land in the convenient space nearby. And will say, "Oh, do you have an off feeling about anything? Because I swear some of those hills just over yonder moved, and I'm getting a bad vibe from it. I was wondering if you'd be willing to come with me and check it out."
Yeah, sure. I can definitely come and have a look. I mean,
I don't know
I
if
am
you
in my
do you know much.
civilian.
Do you know much about
I am
moving
in my
hills?
Do I know much about moving hills?
Give me a
'Cause I
nature.
certainly don't.
16.
You would know that they don't usually move on their own. That if a hill moves, either magical, potentially, potentially some sort of geological activity is causing it to relocate. Usually, hills moving are a significant thing.
Okay. Was there any signs of geological disturbance? Any footprints? Or
Um,
I was talking to Crystal.
oh, you're muted.
Classic. Oh, not that I could tell. I feel like it just wasn't quite that close yesterday. The horizon's just a touch different.
Well, okay, give me at least 10, 15 minutes to get ready because I am in my civilian gear and it takes long to get my breastplate on.
Oh, aye. Do you need a hand with it? I can help get the
That would
straps on
definitely
the
help.
back.
That would
Oh,
definitely
they're
help.
such a pain.
Yes, they are. Cool. So we'll just go to Vex's little hut in the town and get everything ready for her to go to help Crystal with this hill.
Nice. While you guys are doing that, Akeel, as you're sitting under this tree reading your book, you will notice that the landscape is just very slowly passing you by as the sort of hill just seems to be inching its way forward.
Right. And the hill, is it something like something's rolling underneath and the trees and stuff are moving backwards along it, or are the trees staying where they are relative to the hill?
Yeah, like the whole hill itself, as if
Okay.
like it's sort of
Interesting.
moving as a single unit.
Akeel is going to fly down in front of the hill.
You'll
Um,
notice that the hill has like 4 little stubby legs coming
oh,
up from
okay,
under it.
right, it has legs. Awesome.
Yep.
It's going to fly down to presumably where the head would be of
Yep.
this. So the direction it's moving between it and the town. Is there a head there?
There's a big boulder that potentially could be ahead.
Okay. Interesting. I. Hmm. Does the hill stop when Akeel stands there? Kind of. I want to try and kind of seem like I'm the protector of this village, without saying any words just yet.
Just roll me an intimidation.
Yeah, standing at 4'10", I think it is not very intimidating.
Yeah, the hill just keeps very slowly lumbering forward.
Okay.
It sort of,
Um,
as it gets to you, it sort of will like lift itself slightly higher and just like walk over top of you.
okay, well, let's not. Before that happens, okay, we'll run backwards with the hill and attempt to communicate with it and ask where it's going, I guess,
Um,
or to try and, hey, you, where you going? That sort of thing. Try and get its
Yep.
attention.
Roll me a persuasion.
Um,
14. Yeah, 2 eyes open up from the sort of boulder. They like look at you, and then they look in the direction of the town, and then they look at you, and then they look at the town, and it just keeps moving towards the town.
okay. Not wanting to get into a fight with the mountain, I think Akeel's going to fly back to the town and try and look for some backup. Presumably flying over some center square where these two may be.
I would say,
Perhaps we might find you mid-flight.
yeah, I'd say by the time this has happened, yeah, Lady Vex and Crystal have been able to equip themselves.
Oh, greetings! Have you seen the hill that's moving?
So you've seen it too, yeah. I did notice that it was moving, flew over there. It turns out it's some kind of, I want to say a turtle moving towards our house, our town, sorry. And I tried to communicate with it. It looked at me, and then it kept coming here. So I'm presuming it's not very friendly.
Or it
Oh,
just
how
doesn't
peculiar!
understand you.
Do you have a knack of talking to mountains or beastie mountains, maybe?
Absolutely not. I don't think I've seen anything like this in my life.
Hmm. Well, I guess we should see if we can stop it in its tracks or get a word out of it one way or another. Perhaps it just needs the right sort of encouragement, you know?
Okay, I agree. Let's go check it out. Is there anyone? You guys are good to go?
Yeah, just lead the way. This will be interesting.
I guess we head out in that direction.
Yeah. You find the hill, just sitting there, motionless, as hills often do.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it was this one.
Swear to God, when I was here last, about what? How many minutes ago?
5-10 minutes.
5 minutes ago, it had legs and a face. I'm gonna go around to is the boulder that
Yeah,
was
boulder's
the
still
head
there.
around there.
Yeah.
Can I give it a bit of a knock on the head?
Yeah. The eyes open up. It looks at you.
Oh my. Greetings. My name's Crystal. Do you speak common by any chance?
Blinks.
I'll blink twice for yes, once for no.
Just blinks 3 times.
Oh, I don't know what to make of that.
I would like to try my primeval awareness.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, this thing is a massive elemental.
Okay. I would try in deep speech. Can
You
I
try that
help
first.
you? Are you lost?
It blinks, looks at you, looks at the town, gets up on its legs, starts walking.
Can I attempt to say the same thing to it in Orin?
Yeah.
Does it respond to that?
Just keeps moving forward.
Okay, cool.
Whoa. Hold up. Crystal will get Angus to try and fly in front of it and try and, I guess, act as a kind of distraction and try and get it to sit back down and get the conversation back happening.
Can you get Angus to give me an intimidation? If Angus can.
I believe so.
Sort of assume.
That W1. I rolled a 2 with a -1.
It just keeps moving forward. Or sort of just.
How large is this hill?
It's gargantuan.
Right.
So it'll sort of
I'll
just.
try.
Like it's only walking like something like 5 feet at a time. So it's very slow.
I'd also try in Sylvan. Trying to speak to it.
You.
Yeah.
It just blinks at you and keeps moving.
Can we estimate how long it'll take to get to town at this rate? Crystal
Sure.
might ask
maths.
Vex for some help on the mathy part. She's often good with these traveling things.
Yeah, would I know how long it'll take a slow turtle to get to town?
At this rate, probably about half an hour to an hour, depending.
Half an hour
Well,
to an hour, depending.
Well, that's not much time at all.
No.
I mean, I guess in the scale of turtle, it might be quite fast, but excuse me, Mr. Mountain. Do you mean to attack the town? Like thrice for yes and once for no?
We'll just give like a very long, slow blink.
I think that counts.
That counts as a yes.
It probably won't be too bad. Crystal will have a look at kind of what sort of trail is this elemental leading. Like, I assume it's walking over kind of grassland or potentially even farmland.
Yeah, sort of you'll see these sort of just large indentations where its feet have landed and sort of sunk in probably a good sort of 5-10 feet into the ground before being lifted up. Like, this thing is heavy.
Oh, that's not too good.
Would I know anything about this turtle? Because I know it's an elemental.
You could
Um,
roll me a nature check.
okay.
Cool. Yeah. You would know that there are these things called elder elementals. When an elemental consumes other elementals of the same type, they grow in strength. And when one has done this multiple times, as in the order of magnitude of thousands, they become very big and very strong.
Okay, can we have like a little team huddle? So
What do you think?
I think that there's two real options here, right? This thing is not on the brightest side of living things, and it is simply wandering in a direction with no intention. In which case, we can maybe try and steer it out of the way. But on the off chance that it is moving to the town with malicious intent, then I think we'll have to stop it here. You are muted.
Oh,
I could try and make it a wall and see if it could walk around it, but otherwise we could try and ask what it's looking for. Maybe if we can get what it wants, it might head back the way
That
it
is
came
if
instead of carrying on.
that is if we can get it to speak.
That's the troubling part.
Hmm.
Would all of you like to just give me a straight intelligence roll?
Cool.
Oh, I accidentally rolled twice.
I will just take the first one.
Sweet, that was the better one.
Cool. Akeel, you figure you've tried multiple languages and this thing has not responded to any of them. You suspect this thing might not have the ability to speak.
So yeah, I would say in my expertise in my years, which is probably actually similar to the amount of years you lot have, um, it seems this creature's not very intelligent.
I wouldn't necessarily attribute a lack of speech with a lack of intelligence.
Okay, fair call. Should we try the
Or
wall?
just
Yeah, all right. I was just question, Waffles. The
Yes.
spell Find Greater Speed
Yes.
typically summons a mount, but
Yes.
can you also use it to bond with an existing, like, mount?
Let me just look at the exact wording. Hmm. I would say it does specifically mention summoning, and thus, like, the intention of the spell is to bring the steed to you.
Yeah, fair
However,
enough.
if we're wanting to be ruler cool and creative with it, can make a bonding check to try to,
I'd like
forge
to
a bond with
give
a
that
new
a
steed.
go.
All right.
Because if it works, then I'll be able to speak telepathically with it. And it'll be nice to see if we get anything out of that big old mountain brain.
Cool. I will call this an Arcana DC 20.
All right, I'll take it. Easy clap.
Whoa.
Nice.
Beautiful. You reach out. Through the same natural magic that you communicate with Angus. You feel a connection forming.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, good. Oh, that's worked. I turn to the others. Oh, it worked. Give me a moment.
I just
So,
give you a thumbs up.
I'm very confused.
my
because
my
it
my
just
name
looks
is
like magic.
my name is Crystal. I'm from the town that's over yonder. I'm just wondering why you're heading that way, because you seem you're leaving quite a trail behind you, and it's damaging quite a few things. And I was just wondering if you could perhaps not head this way. It's all the same to you.
But that's where the magical aura is.
Oh, could we perhaps bring this aura to you?
All right.
Oh, okay.
If you can find it and bring it, that would also be satisfactory.
Could you tell me anything more about this aura?
Oh, it's weird. It's chaotic and unpredictable.
Oh, right. Is that stopping you from getting home?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, all right. I'll see what we can do.
It's also the source of a great power. Consuming it would elevate my status, as it were.
Oh, I see. Well, yes, we'll try and get it undamaged for you.
Would appreciate that.
Oh, righto.
My
And
name is
Chris-
Zaratan, by the way.
Zaratan. Oh, nice to meet you, Zaratan. Yes, my name's Crystal, and this is my friends Vex, and actually, I don't think I know who this is, but we'll be friends shortly. What's your name, you fine fella?
Akeel.
Akeel, nice to meet you. And this is my soon-to-be friend Akeel. So, turns out Zaratan here, he's trying to eat a big aura that's emanating from town. I think it's the aura that's stopping extra plane of travel. So, and if we can bring it to him and he can eat it, then he won't need to walk all the way to town and potentially trample everything.
Do we know of
One.
anything in the town? Any powerful protective spells, powerful wizards, anything from a previous event that could have like any kind of crystals, anything?
I think Vex might know something that might fit this description.
Is
Or more
it?
specifically, someone.
Yeah. Okay. There's this person in town. He's got the ability to affect things. His name is called McGuffin. Problem is though, do you remember Heartwood, Crystal? The bookshelf?
I do.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
that weird bookshelf.
Heartwood turned him into an ancient black dragon.
A young black dragon.
Oh,
Young
that's a
black
little
dragon.
awkward. Perhaps we can undo it. Perhaps if I can dispel it, we could have a more
Uh,
fruitful conversation with them.
He's an apprentice to my Drake, so I don't think that'll work. I think
Can
my
is he still? Can we still talk to the dragon? Would he still be able to help on that regard?
we can definitely talk. Just one thing about elementals is that they will eat a power source and grow stronger. I think he's
Right.
after MacGuffin, so
Oh,
yeah.
MacGuffin is the source of the aura. Is that what you mean?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. That makes. I see why you're concerned now. That's a bit more troublesome.
Yeah.
So do we want to? Oh, I guess maybe we can make the aura go away, or maybe can we extract the aura from our dragon friend?
I have no clue.
Maybe we could get the dragon to convince the elemental to go somewhere else. Maybe he could just fly and lead it away for a while. Get it lost,
That could work.
you know?
Or wouldn't it just come back then?
Yeah.
Oh, you raise a good point. Hadn't thought that far.
Akeel is so lost by this conversation, he's just kind of shrugging.
Maybe we should go
So-
have a chat with the dragon friend and just see what he makes of the situation, given he's got this big rock after his head, or his aura.
So, what happened when I met MacGuffin? We had to battle these skeletons that were harassing the town. I got harassed, they got harassed. Whole musical thing went off. When we killed this three-headed skeleton, ancient black dragon rose. Part of a prophecy is that he had to break a seal. So yeah, it could be all part of this prophecy. I don't know. We could find out.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's why I was getting my clothes repaired.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Acid
That-
is not fun.
Sounds like MacGuffin's the man we need to talk
Ouch.
to. Or the
Yeah.
dragon.
I guess I'll tell a friend here to just hold up and we'll see what we can do. I'll immediately talk to Zorotan and say, all right, if you just hold it right here, we'll head into town and see if we can track down this aura for you. See what we can do about it.
Thank you. It was a rather long walk.
Oh, I can't imagine. I bet you've come quite the distance.
Oh yeah. You sort of will start slowly turning around. Sort of came all the way from over there. Sort of indicate like
Oh, yeah?
200 meters where the hill used to be.
How is it indicating?
Like with its head. Just like jutting its head out slightly.
I was imagining like a big old point.
No, it's got like tiny little stubby legs.
Yeah.
So like trying to like indicate with the...
Kind of cute.
All right, then, team. I guess let's head off to town and see how far we can get. Perhaps I could catch a ride on a Moon Dancer with you if you don't mind. Will take me a moment
Yeah,
to
I
resummon
will.
Angus, but I want to keep in touch with Zorotan here.
Sounds good. I will just So Vex puts her fingers to her mouth and lets out a loud whistle. And a few seconds later, a large sapphire-coloured blue drake just circles around Lady Vex and just lands and can I roll an acrobatics check to see if its face plants and skids and just
Oh, yes, please.
cool. So let's go with the dex roll for it. Cool. It face plants into the ground as it just completely forgot to land.
I was gonna say you're looking quite fine after your dragon encounters, but perhaps you need to work on your landing soon, Dancer.
Just walks up to you and just nuzzles you.
Oh, there we go. Do you think you could give us a lift back to town? Time is of the essence and all that.
Do you need to lift a kill, is it? I think my drake can take a few people.
Oh, yes, please. Save me the flight.
You've got wings. Okay.
Aye, and we've got legs. What's your point? Give the man a break.
Still tiring to fly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, next time you go flying, tell me how exhausting it is.
I'm
mean,
about to
that's-
go flying on my drake.
Oh, yeah, no, that's Moondancer flying. When do you go flying? If you'll grow yourself a pair of wings and flap those, I imagine it'll be quite the effort.
Okay, I'll start focusing all my energy, all my magic on growing wings.
Oh, that's good. Nice to
Nothing's
hear.
happening.
Oh, it might take some
You do
time, you
that.
know. One can only hope. Have faith.
Weirder things have happened.
Yeah. True.
Cool. So the three of us will climb onto Moondancer, and we will start flying into town.
Cool.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, you make your way back into town.
Yeah.
You sort of see the local citizens sort of gossiping amongst each other, but like they're used to having adventurers living in the town at this stage. Like this is nothing new.
Yeah.
So Vex, do you have any idea where we could find the Guffin?
No.
Oh,
Uh,
guess we'll need some way of locating him. Do you know if he has anything particularly valuable on his person, like a spell book or a wand or something? I could try and locate those objects.
we could try asking his mum.
Oh, is his mum in town? That'd be good. Yes, let's ask her.
Thing is, though, I don't know where she lives. I just know that that
Oh, well,
she's
let's
in
ask old
town.
Mary. She knows everyone. She'll know where to find her. Head down to the town square and find one of the houses abutting onto it where old Mary lives.
Yep.
Who normally spends her days just watching the coming and going of the market. And seems to know everyone in town for some reason.
There's always one in every town. Yeah, you managed to find old Mary.
Oh, greetings, Mary. If you wouldn't be such a
Greetings.
bother, we're trying to find MacGuffin's mum. Wanting to just
What-
catch up and see
which
what
one?
she's up to.
Here's
Uh,
two. Are you looking for Kay or Diz?
uh, Vex, do you know? Oh, we
She
might have
just
to visit
shrugs.
both. We'll have to
I
pop
was
in by
dealing
both
with
of them.
skeletons while the others.
Oh,
I mean, they do usually live together. They are married after all.
that
Let's
that might
forget this.
simplify the matter.
She'll
Unless you
give,
know
she'll
where
give you.
MacGuffin
Oh.
is.
Hmm?
Unless you know exactly where
MacGuffin. Last I saw him, he was herding clouds. but that was like an hour ago.
Oh, do you know which way?
She points up.
Well, that's a good point. I guess he's not doing it now. Yeah, would you mind giving us directions to the MacGuffin's house? Perhaps
Oh,
we can
sure.
track him down from there.
Yeah, the old old river cottage. One River Cottage Lane.
Oh,
It's the cottage by the river.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Hope you have a pleasant day now. And
You
don't look at the
too.
horizon too closely.
All right. Some beautiful mountains we've got in this town. I
Oh,
swear they get bigger
absolutely.
every day.
Aye, they do. Such beauties of nature they are.
No, absolutely stunning.
We'll give her a wave and head off towards the riverbanks and find
Very good.
ourselves to number 1 Riverside Road.
Yeah, you make your way. It's easy enough to spot. It is the cottage by the river. You will see this sort of middle-aged half-elf woman with a sort of bag of laundry, and she's taking out various items and wetting them in the river and scrubbing them and whatnot. And this human woman comes out and offers her a cup of tea.
Oh, greetings, Mrs. and Mrs. MacGuffin. Yeah, wouldn't mind. We're hoping to try and find your son, the dragon MacGuffin.
Right, it's been rather difficult
What's
ever
his name?
since he became a dragon.
I suspected as much. Thought we might be able to help him out with that touch, maybe, if he's so inclined.
I was just suspecting it's the latest in his oddities to have manifested, but I mean, if you can assist him in it, I'm sure he'd be greatly appreciated. Although he did, from what I hear, willingly become one. So that's difficult for a mother.
Oh, I imagine. Well, hopefully it's just a phase and he, might grow out of it. But then again, he might not, and that's just the way it is, I guess.
I mean, it was hard enough feeding him when he was just a kid, and now he's a dragon, and
Dragon.
I mean, local farmers have been, not too pleased.
Well, I imagine that's quite the gullet he's got. Do you know where he is at the moment? Last I heard, he was herding some clouds, but that was a little while ago now.
Oh, I would imagine he's probably in his flat.
Would you be able to point us the way?
Oh, it's the Aereo forest that is flat.
Oh,
I think it's
the
behind
flat
the
area of the
giant robot.
forest. Oh, okay. I know the way to the robot. It's pretty easy to hit. Thank you very much. We'll bid you
Would
adieu.
you
And
like a cup of tea or something while you're here? Or...
actually, you know what? I would. I actually quite would. Is that all right, Vex and Akeel? Do you mind if we take a break for tea?
I wouldn't mind a tea.
Yeah,
Aye.
I could go for a cup of tea. Sure.
No. They'll invite you inside.
Yeah, we'll have quick. Ideally 5 minutes, but it always stretches out to 30. A quick bit of gossip over a cup of tea. Catch up on the local goings before heading back on our way out towards the flat part of the forest beyond yon robot.
Yeah. The only bit of gossip that they will share with you is that apparently Jen Eriks and Serotonin have apparently had a falling out. Who is the local barmaid and the local librarian. Nobody's quite sure why, but they have stopped talking to each other. and that's about the only gossip in town, except for Farmer Dover having a miracle cow, and he's not willing to talk about it.
Oh, that's quite peculiar.
I do feel bad for serotonin. Miss Tonin. That was a good one.
Very good. You finish your cups of tea. You head over to the flat part of the forest, where you will see this medium-sized black dragon asleep.
I think it'd be rude to wake him.
Oh, I think Moon's the dancer does that all the time, but let's just get out of the range of its acid breath just in case it decides to fry us.
That's
Can we
probably a
start to
wise
fly
call.
60 feet into the air?
Yeah. Where?
You're the experienced dragon friend. Why don't you do the honors, would you, if you don't mind, Vex?
I've had
Crystal
zero
takes a couple
for
steps back.
food. I take a few steps more back.
Oh, fine, I'll do it. Crystal will walk up, kind of on his left shoulder,
Yep.
kind of give him like a couple of taps.
Cool. Make me a dexterity save.
Oh, crikey.
Nice.
Yep. You are
To be
able.
expected.
Yes, you're able to, with already being quite cautious, dodge the wing as it stretches out. This is not malicious. This is just the equivalent to a human stretching. As the wings stretch out and the sort of limbs extend, and you get this. Hello, can I help you? Do you need any apprenticeshiping done?
Oh, not quite,
Meh.
not quite.
Oh, hello.
Hey, there's a giant turtle after you.
Oh,
That's
more
not-
specifically, he's after your aura that you're emanating. He thinks it'll be quite a tasty treat, if you know what I mean. It's come quite a long way to get it.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I was using that
I
to
know.
Aye.
stay alive or something, I think.
Yes, which is a bit of a pickle. He seems quite determined, this elemental, to stampede all over the town, to chase you to the end of the earth kind of thing.
Oh, well,
He's a
if you
bit more
like,
relaxed than that, but
I could let him eat me somewhere out of town if that would be more convenient.
I don't want
You
you
don't
to
have
eat
to
him,
do that.
period.
Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad we're on the same page about that. But, you know, an apprentice
I-
should always be willing to lay down their life for their task.
the challenge will be having only a little bit of eating maybe happening, or maybe we can get you guys in the same room and have a negotiation about what would work for both of you, the not being eaten and the having come such a long way and hopefully not destroying the whole town in the process, maybe.
I mean, not destroying the town is always, you know, always on the list.
Oh, aye.
It never used to be an option when I was apprenticing as a farmer or a blacksmith or as a washerwoman or, you know, as a librarian. Surprisingly, end of town destruction didn't really come up. Then I started apprenticing for you lot, and it seems to happen all the time.
Must be something special about you then.
Wow, I mean, my mum's always said I had something special, but I thought that was just mum's.
Oh no, your mum's always right. That's for sure.
You are a dragon now, so that is pretty special.
Oh, I forget about that. Not used to it.
No.
perhaps we can head over and have a nice calm conversation about it and see if we can get to some sort of agreement.
Agreements are always good. Do you want a
Aye,
lift?
indeed.
Oh, I'd love a lift.
Oh yeah. If you don't mind, it's no
No,
bother.
she Vex looks to Moondancer and sees its face like a little upset. It's like, no offense, Moondancer. It's a bigger dragon. You're still my favorite.
Oh, Moondance, I'll ride with you if you'd like.
I think I'll stretch my wings for this one.
Stay out of the politics. Wise move.
Yeah. Noticing the tension here.
Cool.
Yeah.
You able to fly back in your various ways to where this hill is still just chilling out. As you approach, though, you see it sort of stand up, and its face
Actually,
emerges out of the boulder.
Maybe it's best if we stay in the air for a bit, if you don't mind just circling. I'll pull down to him. So, Dorotana, I think we've found the source of your aura. The shame is that one of our friends, he's rather not be eaten, if you know what I mean.
Oh, well, how else would you suggest I consume their aura then, without the eating?
I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert on these kind of things, but
Because I've usually just eaten things in the past, and that's worked.
could you just like put them in your mouth and spit them back out again? Do you think that would work?
I could try. Would open up its large jaw.
I'll turn to group. So in the
got
past, he's normally just eaten things to get the magic out. I suggested perhaps we try just jumping in your mouth and waiting for a bit and then coming back out rather than the whole
Yeah. No,
digestion
I
thing.
don't. With that, I would like to try and read this turtle's intent with Mac.
Give me an insight.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Turtle wants to eat Mac.
Like there will be no spitting out type
I mean,
yeah.
you might spit something out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would
if
be
we
quite
do that,
unfortunate.
we'll probably find bones.
I could put him in a sphere. We'll be able to eat the sphere. But I suppose then that other doesn't fix the problem of getting them to spit back out.
Sorry guys, my laptop is fading. I'm just going to grab its charger.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Seems like a good idea.
Oh, we'll see if I'll just go see if the lounge is free.
So, MacGuffin, do you know much about the aura, the magical aura that you've got? That this delightful hill here wants to eat. I'm just wondering if we could extract it in some way, or is it directly giving you life?
Oh, considering I was born with it, well,
Or
born 12 times with it, or, well, it's one of the times that I was born, I had it. And it sort of just stuck with me ever since.
right? That sounds quite problematic. Definitely sounds not the
hearing
sort of thing
born.
we can just pull out.
Upon hearing Born 12 times, Akeel made a side note that the next book he read should be about magic and what the hell's going on. Because this whole day so far has been very confusing.
Oh, Matt Guffin is a very confusing
just
character.
assume it's fine. So maybe we'll just have to tell Zorotown that he'll have to find something else to eat. Have you come across any other powerful interesting things, MacGuffin, in your time as a dragon that we could perhaps offer as alternative?
Well, there was the ancient black dragon that tried to eat me, and then I ended up eating it. That was
What if
powerful, but now it's dead and a big pile of acid.
Did you get spit it back out?
I kind of
we
chewed it.
killed it?
Something about a prophecy, but I don't know if it did anything.
Right.
It did stop the skeletons.
Oh
Does
yeah,
anyone
there's not
remember this
many.
prophecy?
Hmm?
Does anyone remember this prophecy?
Elena doesn't, but Vex probably will.
Yes. Something darkness, something MacGuffin will either cause the destruction of the town or save it. Something like eating MacGuffin, something vagueness.
It's just very vague at the moment.
That sounds an awful lot like it's about to be fulfilled. Something eating, point down to the turtle thing. MacGuffin, point to MacGuffin.
I bet maybe best avoid it if we can.
Yeah, that's what we tried last time. Then the skeleton showed up. I mean, we got rid of the skeletons, which is always good.
You think you could eat the mountain? It's a bit rude. He did come all this way, but if it's a eat or be eaten, you guys could play some paper, scissors, rock and see who wins.
It's a very big mountain. I'm a little dragon.
Yeah. I thought there might be a problem. All right,
Don't
well,
think it would sort of let me eat it slowly over the course of a while. All it would take is one snap of
fair
its
enough.
jaws.
I guess I'll pass on the bad news then.
All right. Good luck.
I will use my emissary of peace.
Yep.
Which should help out a bit.
Cool.
So Zoratan, sorry to break the news, but I don't think you'll be able to eat MacGuffin up here. He is quite firmly against the idea.
Oh, that is a shame.
Aye, it is.
Rather looking forward to gaining cosmic powers.
Aye, but to be
you-
fair, it might have been quite a bit of work, you know. I mean, if you get all those cosmic powers, then you have to go and people expect you to do stuff with them. You know, you don't get to have a nice quiet life of just chilling in your mountain range, you know. I mean, quite pleasant, really.
Well, that's the thing, is if I got cosmic abilities, I would turn myself into a very nice mountain range and sort of point its head to Mount Custis and, oh, that lucky mountain, being all big and covered in snow, just lording over us smaller beings.
Have you considered at another top of Mount Costos? That might be a pleasant time. You know,
I did
being on
go up
top for
there
once.
but it was very cold.
Oh yeah, cold's not for everyone.
No, I would like to be big but close to the ground.
Well, that can be quite challenging. I mean, the ground is quite big and can be part of the ground.
Yes, but I don't know, just having that cosmic awareness stuff. I mean, all the other big scary things want it, and I thought, why don't I get in on it as well? Maybe if I had it, then that would stop the other big scary things from getting it, and people would look at me like I'm some sort of hero for averting the apocalypse.
How truthful is that? Because it sounds pretty heroic. I'm not gonna lie.
Roll an insight.
I'm second guessing my mistrust of him.
I don't know, it seems pretty heroic. Like, he is talking about eating a sentient person, though. So is it as heroic as cannibalism? Is it
For the greater
cannibalism
good.
if it's an elemental? As heroic as eating a sentient being can be.
Well, I mean, it might be a touch better though if just no one ate it at all. If they, I guess they ate themselves for want of a better term, and did their own thing.
Oh, roll persuasion.
And I get another +5 on top of that from the
Yep.
emissary piece.
That you do. Well, I mean, I would have liked to have eaten something today, but I guess I'll just go back and continue eating that hill instead.
Oh, I mean, if there's, what else do you like to eat? I mean, if I come across it in the future, I could bring it over as a snack. We could hang out
Oh.
sometime.
Dirt, rocks, gravel, boulders,
Oh yeah.
earth, mud.
Do you go into rare metals much, or are you more of a down to earth kind of guy?
No, I'll eat the occasional gemstone if I come across it. Yeah, if I find some ingots of something, I'll give them a chow down. You know, but just good old rocks. Usually quite nice.
Yeah, they're all reliable. Can never go wrong with them.
No, they're all over the place. Easy to find. Good source of nutrition.
Oh, aye, seems good. Well, I'll certainly keep an eye out for any particularly good-looking ones.
I would appreciate that.
The upside of not being too big and scary, you get to make friends with people, and they get to share their food.
I mean, that is a benefit. I mean, my last friend was a hurricane.
Oh yeah, did he move on?
No, still in the mountains. We
Oh
were
yeah,
discussing
come and
which one
visit.
of us would get to eat the source first, and as I am such a slow mover, they thought they would give me a head start. But as I am now heading back, I guess that means it is their turn to try to eat the aura. Oh, that is only fair.
Do you know the name of this there hurricane? Perhaps he'd like to be friends with us too.
Oh yeah, they're just called Tempest.
Oh, good solid name, Tempest. Can't go wrong with a name like that.
No, well, I mean, Tempest is just the short version. The long name is Tempest the City Destroyer.
That's quite the mouthful.
Well, yes, but you can't eat the name.
That's a good point. All right, well, I best let you make a head start on getting back. I'll see if I can find Tempest and have a wee chat and call him the bets off.
All right. The hill just slowly starts making its way back to its original spot.
All right, team. So here's the laydown. On the upside, I convinced our good friend Zorotan here not to eat him. And that there's not really worth being the big scary thing to eat the big scary aura to get all cosmic powers and stuff. But turns out he was having a bet or with a race with his friend Tempest, Tempest the City Destroyer, to see who could eat the aura first. So we might have a hurricane elemental incoming at some point. Perhaps we should go have a chat with them. But with a name like that, I don't know whether I should judge the wind by its predecessor.
We sure it's not just a very convoluted last name?
I do not. That's why we should probably have a chat to them. But it makes me a little nervous, not gonna lie. Although hopefully they're willing to listen.
Yeah, that is pretty scary, I have to admit. Two giants wanting to come. An 8. This poor Mac. Guffin. I mean, you can certainly try talking to this elemental or this
Do you know much
hurricane.
about hurricane elementals? I'm just wondering if it's worth stopping by the library and having a bit of a rest and a bit of a research, and so long as we keep MacGuffin with us, then no chance of him sneaking up on us, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. What would I know about hurricane elementals?
Give me a nature. You would know that they're otherwise known as living storms. That wherever one is, so is a massive storm. You would know that they are extremely quick and extremely deadly.
So this is what I know about a storm: is they are extremely quick, extremely deadly. Yeah.
Like more or less
yeah.
deadly than a phoenix, you know.
More.
More deadly.
Well, that's less good. Zartan might have one less friend at the end of this. It's a bit of a shame. Do you guys want to be his friend?
I mean, how would we kill this giant storm?
The library might know. Perhaps we can threaten the storm into leaving rather than killing it.
Ideally
Yeah,
that. It's
I'll
always a shame when you have to go straight to blows.
follow your guys' lead.
All right.
Alrighty then. Sounds like we'll
Library?
head off to the library and see what we can find out. Krista will also be keen to try sneak in a short rest. Perhaps let some of the others do some of the heavier lifting to get back her channel divinity.
Yeah. You make your way to the library.
I suppose
You,
we'll start looking. What sections are there? Or can we just straight look for the book itself?
This library seems to have a lot of books about somebody called Kevin. There's a small section. This is sort of titled Worldly. That has probably about 50 odd books about other subjects that aren't Kevin.
It shouldn't be too hard of a look then.
Yeah. What kind of book would you be looking for that you think would tell you about living storms?
That's a good question.
Any books about, I guess, the elemental plane or elemental ills as creatures? And it might also be helpful if we can just find like a general weather book for seeing if it has any insights on hurricanes as non-living storms and what they might like, perhaps.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can definitely find a book about weather easily enough.
I feel like Akeel would almost have disadvantage in looking for something like this because he's looking for the word magic right now, probably.
You'll find a just a general book about magic and some common spells, and there's sort of a section on spells you might want to learn to help your farm, do better. Like basic stuff like mending and messaging and such like that. Just like agricultural magic. Nothing about living storms.
Kind of there.
You will sort of see this young librarian, sort of in the sort of typical librarian garb of sort of a knitted woolen sweater and glasses and sort of hair tied back into a ponytail. So you sort of walk up and, hello, can I help you with anything?
Quite plausibly. We're looking on anything about living storms, because we think one might be paying a visit, and we thought we'd try and make it a bit more hospitable for them. Do you know much about them?
Oh, myself, no. However, she will like rifle through them and sort of pull out a book that's just called the Book of Oddities. If a storm were to come to life, it would have been noted in here.
Oh, delightful. Yes, that's why I love librarians. They always know what everything is. It's fantastic.
Well, almost everything. My boyfriend's missing at the moment, but that's another situation entirely.
Oh, that's no good at all. How long has he been missing for?
A few days.
Oh, well, as soon as we're done with this living storm business, and hopefully not destroying the town, perhaps we can come and see if we can track him down at all for you.
I would appreciate it. His name is Mac, by the way. If you do find him,
Matt Guffin.
that's the one. Yes. Why do you know where he
Having a
is?
Yeah, he's a dragon now.
He's outside, actually.
Yeah.
Surprising that's not the
yes.
weirdest thing he's ever done.
Yeah, just find the big black dragon. He's outside.
Okay. All right.
He's apprentice to my little small drake at the moment, so my drake's teaching the dragon how to be a dragon.
All right. Well, when he said he was going to be the town's apprentice, I didn't think it would end in this, but I mean, he always had ambition. That's always what I liked about him. She'll just turn to go and have words with her boyfriend about making decisions without consulting them.
Well, I must admit, relationships, they're an awful handful. I've got enough on my plate without having to deal with something similar. Bless her.
Yes. So you have the big book of oddities.
Excellent. I guess we'll start rifling through it and see if we can find anything about storms or tempests, particularly.
Yeah. You will find a section about weather, about odd things that it's rained throughout the years. Sometimes it's rained frogs. On occasion, it's rained fish. On a very particularly strange day, it rained gold coins, and then one of the local lords came and talked about some sort of heist or something like that, completely unrelated, naturally. And then there was this instance of one day there was a storm, and then the next day the entire town was missing. So they rebuilt the town, and then about a week later the storm came back and destroyed the town again. And this happened over the course of about a year before they hired some adventurers to investigate. The adventurers did something that they do not want to talk about, but the town stopped getting destroyed. That's all the locals cared about.
Seems like a good lead. Does it happen to say does it happen to say what adventurers or who did this, or how long ago it was? Just wondering whether we could track those particular adventurers down if they're still local.
Yeah. You will notice so one of the names would stand out to you is K. Guffin.
Okay, Guffin.
Yes.
That
Human sorcerer.
might be able to find us one of them.
Sounds like a good lead.
Well, we know where she lives, so
Aye. Perhaps we
That-
can get some more details out from her.
Nothing else on that page. Nothing about storms. Nothing about elementals in general.
There's every so often one of the hills will move. Not by much, but it's been noted to migrate throughout the years.
Alrighty then. Is there anything else you guys want to look up, or is this a good enough lead for us to charge off with?
Akeel's gonna actually go back to that magic book he found and check it out of the library.
Um, there is currently no librarian, as she is out having words with her boyfriend. But you can sort of just see the stamp to stamp the book and issue it. You get the sense that a book has not been issued out of this library ever.
Aye, the replacement cost if you get them damaged. It's bloody fortune, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So take good care of it, but I'm sure that
Wait,
won't be a problem,
What do
you
you,
know.
what do you mean by that? Hold on.
Oh, you know, if you damage a book, you have to pay for a replacement. You know, some of these books, they don't exist lightly. Some of them take quite a great toll to be made into existence. But I'm sure it's fine.
That's right,
You look
that's
like
fine.
the trusty kind of sort. I'm sure you'll take good care of it.
Akeel will take the book.
Yep. Can add one book of basic magic to your inventory.
With that, I will sidle past and try not to interrupt MacGuffin and his may or may not current girlfriend and their discussion. That is, I'm sure, very reasonable. And
no.
You will see that they're
I
not
read
actually.
lips.
You will see they're not on the ground. They're actually sort of like flying 100 feet up in the air.
Oh, okay.
Can I try and stealthily fly so the librarian can't see me and kind of just mime we're going to go and to try and point to where their house is and try
Yeah.
to buy mums.
Yeah. Give me a stealth, just to see if you can do so without.
How it looks.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, you're good. You're able to sort of like give them the quick, hey, we're going over there without sort of interrupting too much. So. Yep.
we'll come and give another knock on the door.
Yep.
Sorry to bother you again. We had luck finding MacGuffin, which was good. We sorted
alright.
that mess out somewhat. However, there is a hurricane, a tempest, living storm incoming, and we were looking in the book of oddities and saw that Kay had some experience with dealing potentially living storms. I'm wondering if you could impart some wisdom on us youths.
You see the half elf. I'll go put the kettle on. She will, wander off. Just get, thank you, Des. Kay will take you into the lounge. Sit you down. Oh, what exactly would you like to know?
Well, you see, some
How are you
time ago,
contacted?
to be blunt, how did you stop the town from destroying the town? Sorry, the storm from destroying the town every week or so.
We killed it?
Did you have any tips and tricks on that, or
We hit it really hard with everything we had. We, see, the problem is it's made of wind. And so firing stuff at range was very ineffective. Even to sort of like summon a fireball. Or like not a fireball, but a ball of fire in her palm. even magic didn't really work. Best course of... Well, I distracted it, and the others went in and hit it with magical stuff. Non-magical stuff didn't really... Items, swords, weapons, things like that. You know, the non-magical variety just passed right through it. Didn't really seem to do anything, but hitting it with a big magical sword swing seemed to do the trick. So I was...
I looked at the others like, well, I'm gonna have fun, aren't I?
I
Delightful.
She stays with a longbow on her back.
I
Might
wanna
be a
tap my
stabby
trusty
kind of day.
magical scimitar. So
Aye, it's a fine blade you got. I've got one myself, so well, similar. So perhaps we won't have too much trouble with a good stabby.
It's...
She looks down at her non-magical short sword.
Would you like some help with that, dearie?
Oh, please.
nice.
She
I,
just pulls out her short sword. It's a small, I'd say it's like a Gladys blade. Like the hilt is like it's shaped like a Gladys.
Yep. Yeah. Just for fun, roll me a D100.
Okay.
$70. Cool. Yeah. That'll work. She will take the sword off you. And you see her concentrating really hard. And you just hear a voice from the kitchen being like, "Don't overdo it, dear. You know what happens when you mess with that stuff." And she'll just call back and it's just like, "It's fine, it's only a sword."
Gotta love sorcerers.
And the sword just vanishes. And then she will
Fix's eyes just goes wide.
hand it back to you.
It's awesome. Thank you.
It won't last long. By tomorrow it'll be this same sword again, but for the
Not
time
magical.
being, it's technically magic.
Hey.
Thank
Oh.
you. Oh,
Anything else you
Just-
need?
Oh, another one of those biscuits, if you don't mind. They're rather magnificent. I don't know how you do it.
At this stage, Des returns with a steaming kettle, a big plate of biscuits and sandwiches and other such, like little cupcakes and whatnot. She'll set it down, sort of indicate to...
It's been a long morning. I think we should just, sit down, enjoy this lovely tea for a bit
Yes,
before we go.
and this does count as a short rest. As you dig into tea and snacks.
Oh, well, this has been absolutely delightful.
Yes.
But we'd best go and find this Tempest and make sure he doesn't eat your son.
Yep. You will learn two things about these women. Both of them are wild magic sorcerers, and their names are Destiny Guffin and Chaos Guffin.
That's very cute.
Thank you. I've been working on these characters for months now. I'm glad you're finally meeting them.
To be a DM.
It's-
Yes. These were the first NPCs I came up with. Everything else spread out from them.
Awesome.
So, do you guys have any idea how to find a storm like this?
So
At
we're
this
coming
stage, it starts
down.
raining.
Oh, that's a good
It's
sign.
that's-
Or a bad sign.
yeah. I think it's on its way.
Well, we best go meet. We best go meet it then. See if we can get it before it gets into town proper.
Do you want Moon? Piggyback on Moon Dancer? Well,
Although perhaps I should take a minute to summon Angus. If this is going to be a big storm, then having my own pair of wings to borrow might be helpful. Looking outside, does it look like we have a minute, or this
Like
is
the
very
rain is
imminent?
The rain has just started. You will see, however, in the distance, like in the mountains, there's lightning and thunder. Just sort of thunder will roll in to the town, but here in town, it's just a moderate drizzle.
All right. I'll take 10 minutes then and conjure Angus back. Dropping my connection with Zoroton.
Yep. Angus returns from what dimension they came.
do we want to get the drop on this storm elemental?
I guess we can. Well, at least meet out of town and have a chat and see if we can convince it that the bet's off.
It's
And
not gonna chat. It's not gonna chat. Remember,
yeah, you
it's
have to
gonna
ask.
destroy the town.
You can't not ask just because its name is Town Destroyer. Like, yeah, I'll have my sword in hand maybe, but you have to ask. You can't just make assumptions like that about people. I mean, I guess it's not a people, but like it could be a
It's an
people.
elemental.
Maybe I need more experience with elementals, but we asked nicely with Zoroton, and yeah, he chilled out. I'll
I'm
just
not
be a
gonna.
minute. They'll be fine. I mean, you can hide out. I'll just call out to him.
Cool. I'm not gonna hold my
Akeel's
breath for
definitely
this.
judging you right now.
Yep, Crystal. She has a couple of flaws. This is one of them.
The paladin and the moral paladin wanting to.
You're a paladin. I've been trying to work it out this entire time.
Yeah.
Drake Warden Ranger. Just if you haven't got that one yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know much about rangers, but I've got the ranger here.
They are.
This is
And yourself, magic bird.
A monk bird. Can say
Oh, a
monk.
non-magical bird.
Non-magical
excellent.
bird.
Okay,
Kind of.
this is
You
gonna be
can say
fun.
is a little bit.
yeah.
I
Not
see.
really,
I guess
but
that's why you got the introductory book. You're learning.
Yeah.
Good on ya. Just stay away from the dark stuff. That's that way lies only trouble.
Probably a wee way off there.
Alrighty
Alright.
then. Let's go meet the storm face on then.
Cool. I'm going to need. Yeah, let's call this dexterity. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw to see if you can get through the winds.
Okay.
Do you want that from all of
Uh,
us, or mainly just from whoever's flying? Okay. I'm out.
Whoever's flying into it.
Okay. Yeah. So that would be me, Moon Dancer.
I would as well. And if
Yep.
that
Cool.
doesn't save, I can reroll it.
No,
Okay,
no.
decent.
20's the DC.
Okay. That's good. And for my Drake. Oh, yay.
Nice. Look at you all.
It rolled high. It rolled higher than me.
Pro flyers. Nice. Yeah. As these winds sort of whip past you, you see they've sort of picked up like any sort of loose materials on the ground, and they're sort of flying sort of everywhere. But you're able to navigate through it without any issues. And as you find yourself coming into the center of the storm, you see what looks like a giant winged snake, like this sort of gargantuan twisting form, like a like a twister that's coiled up on itself with these sort of ethereal cloud-like wings emanating out of it. And sort of it's
Hello, hello,
you will see it
Tempest.
just snap, like it snaps its head to look at you, and then in the blink of an eye, it is on you, just staring you down.
I'm a good distance back, and I'm going to do pass without a trace.
Go for it.
Very sensible.
At the of an eye, it's on us, and it flies
Um,
towards us.
I,
very
I,
quickly.
I would
Yes,
have
as in.
Okay, Akeel was
yeah,
just going to attack this thing.
yeah.
All
I
right.
would say I would have told
It hasn't
Akeel.
attacked yet though. It's just like staring right up in our faces.
Yeah, I would have told Akeel that I was going to do this before we got, but just to let
Yeah, if you want to hand
Crystal
that
do
across
her
Vex.
let Crystal do her crystal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let
Right,
Crystal
okay.
get eaten
Maybe
first.
I
and-
wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Cool.
so if you want to stand 30 feet with me, we'll get +10 to our stealth rolls.
Yeah, we both used just give me stealth to see how well out of this thing's attention zone you can be.
+10, so I can potentially roll 30 here, but I don't.
Okay, so that is a 29 for me.
Down to 28.
And
Cool.
for Moon Dancer, because it's close to me, that will be a 23.
Yep, cool. Yeah, you can see this thing's attention is just solely on Crystal.
So I had a friend with your friend Zorotan. I had a chat with him. I have to tell you that the bet is off. You see the aura isn't to be eaten. So I'm sorry. I know you've come a long way, but I'm gonna have to ask you to just head back home. Perhaps schedule another catch up with Zorotan another day.
Cool. It's a 21 hit Crystal.
Yes, it does.
Cool. It's going to take 23 points of bludgeoning damage as this sort of thunderbolt just like explodes right in your face.
Is this magical bludgeoning damage?
Yeah. This thing is made of magic. I would count it as magic, yes.
Alrighty then. I'll use my reaction to use my Channel Divinity to rebuke the violent.
Beautiful.
Oh, hey, no, none of that. Can't we just talk about this? Very unnecessary. So, can I please have a wisdom saving throw from them?
What is it trying to beat?
19, I think?
Oh.
Yes, 19. Means it beats it.
This thing just beats it.
Alright, so it'll take half that damage then. It was 28, I believe?
Yep.
I'm just going to grab myself a cup of tea because I'm actually in all this tea talk.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
All right.
plus, yeah, need to run to the bathroom before we do anything long term.
All right. I think we'll take
Sounds
a
like initiative.
5-minute break and then we will get into initiative.
Delightful.
All right. Can I get initiative? There is a little initiative macro in Roll20.
Oh, that's cool. Why do you two have decimal places in your initiatives?
Oh, that is to do ties. So if two people have the same, that's just effectively your dex bonus.
Oh, because they
Oh,
both roll 10s. Is that it?
No, it's just
No.
built in.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so
But why
everyone
don't
should do
mine
it.
have? Oh, maybe because I'm rolling from.
Yeah, because you're not using the thing, maybe. Ah, if you're using beyond, it might. Yeah.
Beyond.
So there's in roll 20. There's a little initiative thing that does it.
Right.
Yeah. It can be quite good to
That's-
use the macro just to make sure the right information gets sent through to the audience.
Yeah.
Also, I
Alright.
might need Angus's token on the map. I don't know if it's on the
Sure.
future map, but it's not on the base map.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I know. We're not going. Yeah. Oh, all right. Cool.
Other thing you can do is you can just click on the token and hit initiative, even if yeah, because the tokens aren't locked to particular people either.
Sure.
My initiative is now saying 25. instead of
Yes.
7. Is that
Yep. We'll
Yeah,
work
so
with
I
that.
tried testing whether I could do it for you,
sweet?
and it seems like you can. So it seems like anyone can do the initiative through Roll20.
Yep. All right. You should have a griffin on the field.
I need to look at this now.
It's not tied to my controls though, because Angus has a character sheet as an NPC, so I don't know if you need that particular token or.
I don't know where to find that because it's not in the tokens page.
He's under the. I mean, he has a character sheet under Group 5. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know.
that's it. Yeah, I see him. I'll get him.
Ah, all right. Cool.
There you go.
Do you just like drag it over or something?
Yeah.
Easy click. I can do that in future then.
Cool. Good to know.
I've been learning Roll20, so. Oh.
Yep.
What is this purple circle around Crystal?
That's my
Skull?
Paladin aura. So that gives you +5 to all of your saving throws, and you can't
Damn.
be frightened either. And
my
I'm maybe not
gosh.
charmed. I'm not sure about that. Hold on.
That's crazy. That's the
Begin.
entire range of the town, or is that not to scale? Apparently.
Not
Not
to
to
scale.
scale.
It's 10 feet.
Cool. Yeah, makes way more sense.
No, I better do my pass without a trace. So that's 30 feet.
Oof.
Yeah.
I feel somewhat inferior.
So we're not worrying about the town right now. The map
No,
itself.
no. This is all theater of the mind. Just
Sweet.
to
I'll just move you, Akeel, over to the pass without a trace aura.
Sweet. Makes sense. Man, this thing just requires that from Pokemon.
pretty much.
It's awesome.
Ah. This is gonna be fun.
Cool. All right, Akeel.
Okay, so what just happened? So there was a lightning bolt, and then it was reflected back.
Yes.
Well, I actually had the lowest initiative, didn't
Oh,
We'll leave
then
you at the
go-
25.
We'll leave you at the 25.
I? Okay, cool. Well, knowing that we can't use range attacks against this thing, Akeel is, I assume that's within range to just dash up to an attack. Not dash. Walking
Yeah,
speed up
just
to it.
move up. Yep.
Sweet
Move.
as. Cool.
Waltz on over.
Myself over here. And I'm going to Vorpal Scimitar this. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
For 16. And actually, I didn't realize I had this thing. I can use a key point to do an extra d10 of damage.
Oh,
once per
nice.
turn. Which was kind of an oversight last time.
I mean, key points there to be used.
So that's 21 total for that.
Nice.
Second attack. 23 to
23
hit.
hits.
And damage. And then I can do... I can still attempt to attack with a longbow, right?
Yeah, you are attacking at disadvantage because it's windy.
Ah, okay, that's just gonna work. Okay, I will not do my sharpshooter then. And I rolled a nat 1 anyway.
Oh. Could you roll me a d12?
Oh, good.
Damn it, man.
1.
Cool. As you pull out your bow to shoot this arrow, as you let it go and your arrow just gets flung away by the wind, Akeel will experience a pleasant memory from their childhood. Just, something small but nice.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Get to
Okay.
share with the party what your delightful memory is.
True. I'm going to say Akil started pretty young as a little gladiator child, so this memory will be archery related. It's the first time he ever picked up a bow and realized he was good at it. As a
Ooh, natural.
Mhm.
Delightful. Anything else Akeel will do?
No, that's it.
Cool. Time for Tempest. Oh, that's interesting. Does a 16 hit Akeel?
No.
Oh, it will send out another thunderbolt, but miss. Does a 20 hit Crystal?
Fortunately, it does.
Oh. Alright. You will take 23 thunder damage as it will just hurl another bolt at you.
Cool.
Does he need to make a wisdom save?
Not this time. Also, I assume my reaction is still consumed.
Yep. But that'll be its turn. Lady Vex.
So I am going to instruct my dancer to go fly above its head.
Yep.
And I am going to swan dive down as I'm going to try and time it with try and land on the storm so I can ride it.
All right. I'm
You-
going to
you
need an
ride into the
acrobatics.
storm?
Okay, yep. Okay, acrobatics.
Yep. You immediately fall 100 feet
Okay.
right through the storm
Yes.
as you fail to grab
Yep.
purchase.
Do they fall the whole way in one turn?
Yep. Falling rules you. Oh, no, you would. No, you immediately fall 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
If I remember
well,
my falling rules.
Yeah.
60 feet is with feather fall, otherwise it's 500 feet around.
Oh.
It's quite painful.
That probably makes more sense. 60
Yeah.
feet is a long time. Yeah.
Although some people like to have flying people like make a save if they are falling, but in this case you already did with the poor acrobatics.
Yeah. Yeah, you fall
Okay. I'll try to whistle to Moon Dancer to try and catch up.
Yep, Moondancer does act right after you, so I will give
It
Moondancer
does,
a chance to catch you.
Cool. So it does. So it's going to move action and dash.
Yep,
That is 80, 160.
yep.
Yeah.
So I think what this should be. Yeah, either athletics or acrobatics to catch you. Actually, this would be like a grapple check, so making Moondancer make an athletics to try to like grab hold of you.
Yeah, cool. So it's just this. My AC is 19.
Good job, Moondancer. Like,
That's
as you're
such a
about
good
5 foot off the ground, Moondancer just
I just say, I guess the clouds got to my head.
this thing is made out of wind.
Hey, I guess that's my turn.
All right, Crystal.
Alrighty then, that's all we can do. And I'll cast a blinding smite on Angus and myself, and we'll fly towards it, and try and stab it.
Yep. Oh, 20 hits. Sure. It will save on the con. Cool. Cool. Anything else?
Then I'll come in with a second attack,
Yeah,
with my
20
multi
definitely
attack,
hits. Yep.
and I'll also chuck a smite on this one as well.
Go for it.
For less good, but I'll take it. For
Yeah.
18. I should
Yep.
probably also note, in case it's relevant, that my sword ignores any resistance to slashing damage. Although I think the magic will probably have it covered.
Yeah.
Cool. And then Angus will come in with his 2 attacks.
Go Angus. Yeah, 20 will hit.
Cool. I assume his non-magical attacks won't do anything, but the 1 blinding smite damage will.
Yep. Yeah, both the non-magical just pass right through.
Cool. So there'll be another save, please, and you'll take 21 radiant.
Ooh. He's going to fail that save.
That means in addition to the damage, he'll also be blinded.
Yeah, but he will burn
If he
through
has
one.
eyes to blind.
Yeah, you see him burning through 1 legendary resistance to not be blind.
Good choice, good choice.
But he is down 1.
And that'll be us then.
All right, Akeel.
Okay. On that, I'll do my use. We've got slash with the sword.
23 hits.
Oh, nice. And I'm going to use my key point again for D10.
Yep.
Ah, damn. Oh.
I mean,
Second
it's still
attack.
damage.
Yeah, sure. Bonus.
Yeah, 28 hits.
Oh, that is the wrong. Ignore that damage. Sorry.
Oh, Yep.
That's the wrong thing. That one.
Nice.
And then I'm going to Flurry of Blows.
Yep. 23
Which
hits.
is not magical.
Cool.
Whereas the sword is.
I think Monk's Fists become magical after level 6.
I'm
It's
pretty
just-
sure they do.
Do they?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think you should be right. I thought that was. Okay. 15, I assume, does not hit.
No, 15 does not.
Oh, that's my turn.
Cool.
Yeah, 6th level. Key powered strike.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Could all of you make me a deck save?
I am going to spend a key point to re-roll that.
Good choice.
Much better.
All right.
Angus and Akeel get a bonus to their deck save from my aura.
Is that a +5?
Yeah.
Cool, so that's a 34.
All right. What's Angus? There'll be 19.
19.
All right.
That's the wrong aura.
Cool.
That one. I found it.
All right. Angus will take 23 points of lightning damage. The rest of you will take half that, so 12.
I got a 15, and my Drake is immune to lightning.
True. Yes, you will also take 23 points of lightning damage.
And
I've also resistant to lightning.
Cool.
how good.
So you will take,
Angus and
dodge.
Crystal got the same save of 19. Does the 19 pass or fail?
oh, 19 fails.
Cool. So
I
me
thought-
and
Are you not also buffeted by your own aura?
I am, but it's already built in. I could turn
Right,
that
all right.
off if you would rather.
Oh, no, that's all right, as long as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll also take 23 points.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, 23. Sweet.
I'll use my reaction to take Angus's damage for him using the Aura of the Guardian.
Cool. And then you'll just see this wind dissipate and just reappear 120 feet away. Lady Vex?
Cool. Flying back up to altitude.
Yep.
Okay. So you said ranged attacks are disadvantage.
Yes, they are.
Does that counteract sharpshooter? Because it says you don't you don't attack with disadvantage. Yeah, I just
Yeah, you're still taking that -5, but yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah, the
let's go
-5
two
sort of, yep.
Cool. Let's go 2 sharpshooters then.
Go for it.
Cool. 28.
Yeah, 28 hits.
Cool. And I don't think that one will hit.
And 19. Oh, no, 14 will not.
14. Cool. So it's just a 1 at 10. Cool. That will be 21 damage.
Yep.
And damn. I did forget to. I should have done it beforehand, but I will now Hunter's Mark this beast.
Okay.
Yep.
What does that do?
It just gives me extra damage. It's magic. Okay, why aren't you?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that drops
still.
my pass without a trace.
Yep.
That will be me.
All right. Could all you make me a deck save, please?
Again.
Yeah, this thing's all about deck saves. It's a shame
Oh.
none of you are rogues. Oof, that's interesting. Lady Vex, can you roll me a d12?
Okay. Yeah. My Drake got a 22. D12.
Cool. Lady Vex remembers a funny joke, and you can't help but laughing out loud. You will, however, take 11 points.
That must really
Yeah.
wind you up.
Haha.
Mm,
Yes.
uh-huh.
You will take 11 points of thunder damage.
Oh, I'm not resistant to that. Okay, 11.
Everyone else will take 5. And you are all pushed back a distance. 10 feet. You're all pushed back 10 feet.
Cool. How far away is it now from us?
Now it is 130 feet.
Nice.
That's pretty far.
Yep.
Sorry if it's 120. Then I don't think my hunter's mark would reach with 90.
Oh, no, it would not.
Okay, cool. Okay, then it's not hunter's marked then.
Cool. But Crystal of Scotland.
Into the breach we go. And she'll get Angus to dash forward to close the gap. Because
Yep.
he is a speedy boy.
As griffins are.
Then we'll go for round 2. Blind Smile. Well, like a tree last time.
Go for it. You will pass the save, but a 32 hits.
Cool. I'll need another save. And regardless, that's 10, 20, 30, 49 points of radiant damage and or slashing damage all up.
Yep. It will fail the second save, but it will burn through its second resistance.
Delightful. I'll come in for a second hit
Go for it. 28 hits.
for another 29 damage.
Nice.
And that will be us.
All right, Akeel.
Okay. Keel is going to. Oh, this is all
Yeah, this map is not to scale.
right, but it is 130 feet, was it?
130 feet, yes.
Okay, cool. Keel is going to go. What's that? 100 meters by walking speed, and then dash using a key point. It's a bonus action, and then
Yep.
try to attack with the bow, and I will use sharpshooter.
Yep.
So that's a 18.
18 will miss.
Okay, I'm going to use my unerring accuracy to reroll that.
Yep.
23.
23 hits.
Sweet. And what is that? Plus 10 to the damage, right?
Yep. How do you kill this thing?
Oh my god. Okay. I guess as per usual, Keel's all about his accuracy. So I like to imagine it was a perfectly aimed shot that was not affected. Actually, you know what? It was affected by the wind, but he has a lot of experience in these things being a bird, so he kind of predicted the wind's trajectory and curved the arrow into its head.
Beautiful. Beautifully done.
Ace in the hole.
Yeah.
As the storm immediately subsides, as you just see this wind blow itself out.
Oh, that was quite a good shot you had there. I was starting to get a little bit nervous, not going to tell you.
Jeez, that was actually a little bit easier than I thought it would be. Brush off shoulder.
Oh, well, you can stand at the front next time then. Oh, this Crystal, creaks out some of the aches and pains.
You,
So, Crystal, I flew and it wasn't fun.
Hey, you took a bit of a tumble there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crystal will try and patch herself up a bit.
good choice.
I will give Moon Dancer the biggest hug while riding it and just chucking a just a level 1 cure wounds on it.
Yep.
She just mouths in Draconic, "Thank you for saving my butt." And I'll chuck a level 2 on myself.
Nice.
So now that that's all nicely dealt with, that's good, but perhaps it might be worth keeping an eye out for any other big things wanting to come eat good old Mac, because I get the impression that there might be a couple other big beasties looking around trying to have a snack,
Where is Mac?
What an excellent question. Perhaps we should check in.
Give me a perception.
Oh no. Would not be what I think it is.
29.
Trash.
Cool. Yeah. The rest of you see nothing but clouds. Lady Vex, you also see off in the distance, like the very far distance, there's this tiny black speck.
Okay. I suspect this black speck is just flying slowly, or
Yeah,
flying
just
by.
sort of doing loop-de-loops.
She'll just dart her head around, just looking, catch it with her eye, and just start flying towards it. She'll just wave to the others this way. I've got it.
Oh,
Oh, good eye, I guess. Can't see anything yet.
I'm an eagle.
Ironic that.
I guess it's not dragon sight.
um. Oh, that's ironic. Yeah, you just see as you make your way closer, you just see Mac kind of showing off with this sort of librarian, like iron grip, like locked around his neck.
Can I tell from my distance that she freaking out?
Give me an insight.
Okay.
Could you roll me a d12?
D12. Okay.
Ooh. You still a distance, her face is sort of obscured in clouds. But you're also distracted by an unpleasant memory from Vex's childhood.
What she sees is the first time Moon Dancer was hatched and it walked up to her father, a joke, and he just picked up a break by the scruff of its neck and just threw it into the forest.
Oof, that is unpleasant.
with that, I think she'd have a little tear in her eye.
Oh,
Hence not being able to see expression.
yeah.
So, looks like they're having a lovely time up there. And nothing's trying to
I-
eat them, so that's good.
I really can't tell. I got a bug in my eye. Just give me a few minutes.
Oh, yeah, of course. Do you need some help with that?
I think I've got it. Yeah, she just flicks the bug and she just hears a slit snapping as Moondancer eats it.
Yep.
I guess we should just leave them to it then. Maybe leave a message with his folks. That threat's been taken care of, but best he keep an eye out. I guess best we keep an eye out too.
Yeah. Well, I think we did move him into the robot for safekeeping, so
Why don't he has his own flat, which is the flat bit of ground beside the robot.
I think he'll be good as long as we keep an eye on the town.
I am getting a bit of suspicion that he might have a bit of a magnet on him for almost everything, including different occupations.
don't disagree with that.
All right. So what's your next move?
We'll wind our way back to Mr. and Mrs. Guffin and share them the good news.
Oh, Mrs. and Mrs. Guffin.
Yes.
Yep.
And perhaps if they've got room, stay for tea. Oh, by the way, while we're out kind of towards the mountain range, did I see any really good looking boulders? Just wondering.
Give me a perception. Yeah, you saw a significant sized boulder, somewhat shaped like a rotten apple.
All right, I'll probably get Angus to grab that, and we'll head past our new friend Azorotan, and just catch up with him, see how he's going with making his progress back, and offer him a snack to tide him over.
Yep.
Before meeting up with the others back at the Guffin's house.
Yeah, he's moved 20 feet.
Staunch work, my lad.
You sort of see him sort of very slowly take the boulder and then just crush it into sand. He'll swallow some of it and most of it just sort of spills out. Then you sort of see him
Adorable. I love him.
just sort of bend down and sort of start sort of picking up some of the smaller bits.
I think Lady Vex flies up to next to Khalid and Akeel, sorry, and says, "Well, I'm glad we didn't give the giant turtle to the dragon to the giant turtle. I don't want it to become sand."
All right, you've fed your giant turtle mountain thing. Find
So that's a new
yourselves.
pastime.
Yep. I mean, it's important to feed and care for your pets.
I mean, all the hills are secretly giant turtles.
Yeah, maybe.
I should branch out. Perhaps make some new friends.
Talk to the boulders just in case. Yeah, but
I
you're.
think I have speak with plants or boulders, so
Yeah, you make your way back to the MacGuffins.
Oh, hail. We had quite good luck dealing with Tempest, so thank you very much for your aid and your wisdom. It was very, very helpful.
Oh,
So there'll be
no.
one less big beast here trying to eat your son. Yeah, he mentioned that he was born about 12 times. Just
Aye, he
a bit
was.
curious about that, if you wouldn't mind sharing us the tale.
Yeah. Well, she'll sort of walk outside, point to a patch of grass that's sort of just off the market square. He was born right there. I was in the bed. I gave birth. There's about 12 of them. 11 of them disappeared. And the one that was there, that was Mac.
I'm just wondering, but did the others get names, or did they just
No, they kind
go
of
on?
vanished before we had a chance.
Well, it's a touch unfortunate. Will make finding them a bit more difficult.
I mean, yeah. I mean, one of them is hard enough. Imagine 12
Uh-huh.
max.
Oof.
She sort of shudders.
Akeel was flicking through the chapter titles in his new basic magic book, kind of in the background, very confused.
Roll me an Arcana.
I was gonna say I can show you some magic if it helps.
Nat 20 Arcana?
All right, roll me a d12. But you will flick onto the page that is about illusions, and especially duplicate illusions.
Okay. Anything there about multiple babies turning to one?
Nothing about babies, just more like wizards with illusion magic. You'll also find on the page that's like about illusion magic, there are 2 copper.
Oh, how good. What would Akeel do? Would he give it back to the library? Probably. So now I owe the library 2 copper. I'll leave it on that page. He'll leave it on the page, and he'll.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess that's one way to pay it forward. Just leave them in the book.
Sure.
You could say issuing this book is really paying off.
Oh god. Okay,
Yeah.
illusion magic, interesting.
But now you hear the kettle is boiling away. You get the smell of baking.
Do you guys don't mind me asking, do you know if there are any diviners in town?
Well, there was the one guy that lived on the mountain, but then he blew himself up. He was the guy that did the prophecy.
I see. So him being blown up will make him a bit hard to have a talk with.
Yeah.
Hope-
If it's any consolation, and I know this is going to sound really weird, his bookcase is somewhere in town. You could probably talk to it.
Oh, really? I know another talking bookcase. His name's Heartwood. He's quite a good chap. So might be good to maybe they can have a book to book at some point. That could be quite good.
You could certainly ask him about it, yes.
I just think it might be helpful to see if we could divine when the next thing's gonna show up. Might be nice to get some forewarning before the next thing comes along to try and eat Mac.
Well, knowing this town and its distinct lack of anything weird happening at all, you never know when the next thing's going to show up. Could be tomorrow. Could be next year. That's just the price of living in Ludus.
Aye, fair point. It is delightfully interesting.
One way of putting it.
Yes, well, in the big cities, it can all get a bit samey with all politics this, politics that, Nice to get some fresh air,
Well, we've got our own politics in town. If you want to run for mayor, there's the election coming up in about a month.
Oh, I hadn't considered it. Yeah, I mean, he's doing a fine, upstanding job, he is.
Well, antagonist has been running unopposed for the last several forevers.
Oh, perhaps I should run just to, give him a little bit of competition, see if he can step up his game even higher,
Well, I mean, everyone in town really, really likes the mayor. You could say that they were protagonists.
This isn't fair.
This is what the game's going to be like in a month. It's
I
gonna
feel
be,
like you've got a book somewhere of all of the puns for all your characters possible.
No, I've not been Googling pun names for the last 2 months. No.
I feel like I'm going to need an up by pun game just to keep up.
I'm just being punished just listening here.
Nice. God.
I just hope I don't weaponize it.
I swear it's not being punitive.
Yes, you're all in the lounge, enjoying a nice cup of tea, cakes and sandwiches and whatnot.
Any like seeds or nuts or anything? By any chance?
Yeah, she would have, after the last meeting, have made you some sort of honey nut seed cakes.
Oh, good.
That was amazing.
Really smashing this.
Is that honey and seed or seeds of honey?
It's seeds and nuts that are held together by honey.
Ooh. Sounds very good. Oh, I will inquire. Oh, if you don't mind me prying, this prophecy about young Mac. You wouldn't be at liberty to share the details, would you?
Well, he was born 12 times. The local wizard thought that was strange for some reason. Apparently, a lot of kids aren't miraculously born 12 times. And so he did a bit of a thing. And then, to quote, something darkness, something Mac will either save the town or destroy it. Not really clear. Something's going to eat Mac, or Mac's going to eat something. Not really clear. Something vagueness. And then
Something vagueness?
Something vagueness.
It's an odd prophecy.
I mean, prophecies are meant to be vague, apparently. We don't get many here often. The last prophecy was something about... Now, let me see if I remember this correctly. A cow in the lamp is worth 100 feet up in the air. And no one's quite figured out what that one means.
There was that weird cow that you mentioned earlier.
Well, Farmer Dover's, yes.
I wonder if that cow's ever been... is worth a lamp 100 feet in the air.
Could ask him about it.
I might just do that sometime. Pop by and have a nosy, Make sure he's feeling all right.
Yeah, but he's using it as an excuse to charge twice the price for his milk, but apparently it's magic sacred milk or something. So people are buying it. Just tastes like
Oh.
milk.
Suppose I should, make sure he's, doing the right ceremonies on it if he's trying to make holy milk.
Oh,
Sounds quite tasty, though.
apparently the cow itself is pre-holy.
Oh, wow. That'll be quite the sight to see. I want to check out this cow. What about you guys? Do you want to pay a visit?
I'm good, thanks. I've had one adventure all for the day.
I think I'll get back to reading my book.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I guess I'll bid you adieu then until the next big monster tries to invade the town.
Yeah.
So,
It was quite a pleasure working with you, Akeel. I hope we'll see you around. Are you in town for long?
I go where the wind takes me for now, and a lot of interesting stuff happens here. So I think I'll stick around.
Aye. Aye.
Well, if you need someone to teach you ranger magic, nature-ish magic, I can show you.
Might take you up on that.
Want to listen
As
now?
you,
Sure.
Cool. She'll lead him outside and cast. Oh, let's just have some fun. Let's go grasping fine. So she casts. So you see this vine, and it just lashes out towards you quickly.
I'm gonna try attempt to dodge this. And
Okay, so it is a
Yeah.
deck save 19.
oh,
Well, that wasn't very nice. What? Coming out here to attack me?
No, I was just trying to show you what would happen if it hit you.
What would have happened if it hit me?
Would have pulled you a few feet. I would have chosen where to throw you.
Okay, that's very cool. I like that. Don't use it on me.
Just out of curiosity, Akeel, if someone does throw you, are you any good at catching yourself with your wings? Must admit, I don't have any experience myself with
Of course, I would.
wings.
I'd be very, very good with that.
Could you show me? If you don't mind, I can just toss you up and I don't know.
Um,
Are you very
Yep.
skilled at that?
Yeah, I'll take any challenge.
All right, I'll put my hands together in a kind of step up kind of thing, and try and toss you really high up.
Okay. Well, I will. I'll give a bit of a jump as well. So I think
yeah, I would call this athletics at advantage.
both of us. Or
Just crystal.
Easy
But yeah,
30?
30. You get
damn.
launched 30 feet in the air.
Okay. And then what am I gonna try and do? I guess
I don't know. What do you want to try to do?
I'm gonna attempt to turn it into a loop-de-loop winged backflip and land exactly where I started.
I will call this acrobatics. Yeah, easily done.
Something like that.
Oh wow, that's quite magnificent. Never seen anything like it.
I'll nod.
That's pretty awesome.
Do you have to practice that a lot, or is it just kind of innate to you?
I feel like I got quite good at having quick reflexes and being very acrobatic in my youth, so it's quite innate to me now. I'm in my twilight years now, so what am I, 24?
I was going to ask, how old do buds get? I must admit, I'm not familiar as a human myself.
Not very old.
I guess it's what you make of the years, not the years themselves, as they say.
Very true.
All right.
Okay.
So as you make your way back to whatever it is you were doing before you were so rudely interrupted by this moving mountain. This strange sensation sweeps over all of you, as if you're being watched. But then you shrug it off. It's nothing to worry about. You know, there are plenty of people around. This isn't ominous or spooky or creepy at all.
Happens all the time, you know?
And then you just go about the rest of your day reading books from the library, shopping for new, potentially acid-resistant clothing, and visiting a farmer that swears its cow is now a genie. This feeling still lingers, but you're not worried. And so I suppose the
I
last
mean,
thing
if
is
you
how
say so.
he is very adamant and cannot be dissuaded otherwise.
Oh, could I fire off a divine sense and get nothing back? Because then I'll feel much better.
It's a cow. There are a dozen cows. One of them, called Bessie, is being treated differently. You can watch the last warm-up game to figure out why. And yeah, the other cows treat Bessie differently. The farmer treats Bessie differently. Bessie just wants to be a cow. Everyone else thinks she's a genie.
Oh, poor Bessie.
But you finish up the day. So how do your characters find rest after a day that you've had?
After shopping, she would go back into the forest, to the little camp that she's got set up there. Just curl up next to Moon Dancer and say, "I don't know how you do it, buddy. Flying scary."
Crystal will tell Angus that he's pretty pleased with how the days went, and will let him know that he's welcome to explore around and hunt in the forest and to go about his griffin things. And before she heads to the tavern to chat with the locals and wind down over a nice relaxing pint and listen to some fabulous music by the famous Elvish Presley.
Mhm.
Nice. Keel will finish off his book or continue reading his book till he gets bored. Probably do some meditation, monk things. And he, even though he does have a room in one of the little inns, motel type things, probably one of the more edge of town ones, he does sometimes sleep up in the kind of towers where no one is around and that sort of thing. And he definitely will keep to himself most of the time. I think tonight he'll sleep in that same tower he read that book in.
Very good. And as you all find rest, sense of being watched has not left your side, but your dreams are pleasant enough, and that is where we shall leave it for tonight. If you want to see more weird craziness, check out the charity stream. There's,
Gonna be a blast.
Yep. This is not even 1% of what I've got planned for the actual night. So if this was intriguing, then check it out.
I don't know whether to be excited or nervous.